Yo, what's good, YouTube? Zamcro here, aka Scoop. Finally back with March Madness once again. We've got March Madness 2019 here. We competed last year in the same tournament. If you guys don't know what March Madness is, I will link a video down below explaining from the Token Minorities, where they go over, the concept of March Madness, and it's really fun. It's a really well organized, well administrated tournament hosted by the Token Minorities. All of those guys, mostly Jolt, but they have a full staff on board. That being said, it's a really fun tournament where you draft up to 8 Mons, 6 to 8 Mons, obviously. And what happens is there's an all-star division and there's an open division. Open division can be for anybody that signs up before the deadline, things like that. The all-star division is where the Token Minorities or the March Madness handpick certain leagues to represent themselves. And what happens is coaches will represent their league or a league that they participate in, such as the Hive, the League Dependency, the ITL, GBA, NPL, maybe some other well-known leagues as well, things like that. And what happens is there's maybe two to three, maybe four coaches that represent each league, and it's pretty much randomized. You get put into pools of 10 to draft. You get put in pools of 5 to battle, and then eventually, if you make it out of your pool play, you will make it to a 64-man tournament, where after that there will be 32 left, and then after the round of 32 there will be 16 left. After the round of Sweet 16 there will be 8 left. After the round of Elite 8 there will be 4 left. After the round of Final 4 there will be 2 left, who will play in the championship and be crowned the March Madness champion of 2019. So I'm not real sure who's won the past couple of years. I know we competed last year. We missed the season, or the year before that, 2017. We missed that one. We got to play in 2018, and we represented the CPC. I believe we went 2-2 in pools and did not make it into bracket play. So definitely looking to make bracket play. And I think it's worth mentioning the team, or the league that we are representing, is going to be the International Trainer League. So if you guys don't know, hopefully you should if you follow my content, but I do analyst work for the ITL. I did the post-draft power rankings. I do weekly power rankings, weekly recaps. I talk about the transactions. I do my pick'ems, and what else? I do the ITL Scott take as well, which is kind of just a pun on hot take, where I talk about the top 3 worst plays of the week and the top 3 hot sets of the week. So the ITL, Aki VGC was looking for some coaches to represent his league, and I think we had maybe 2 players from the league say that they were up for it. Maybe some other coaches were up for it as well, but they didn't really say anything. Maybe some other coaches were representing other leagues, things like that. But I asked Aki if an analyst could represent his league, and he said yeah, and so he wrote me down, and there it was. So I'm in March Madness again this year. Had I not been representing the ITL, I would have maybe tried to have gotten the IDM or the PBF or something involved with the March Madness and tried to represent that. Otherwise, I would have joined the open division, given that I have time. And I do have time for the first half of March, which the season, or the March Madness, should be over on March 16th. I believe that is the day that the final brackets will be played. Anyways, in my pool of 10 players, I had 3rd draft pick, and I picked, as you can see on screen, my whole draft: Landers, Therian, Mega Alakazam, Infernape, Scizor, Rotom Wash, Oricorio, Decidueye, and the Slaking, or Slacking, however you want to say it. So Landers, Therian was my first pick. Kind of debated on it for a really long time. I wanted Cure Black. I've just been so accustomed to using it lately, thanks to the PBF and some other speed tournaments and things like that. So I was definitely keen on using that, but it got taken in the 2nd overall pick, So falling to me was the likes of things like Celesteela, Landorus Therian, Mew, and I ultimately decided to go with Landorus Therian. I felt like, it has great bulk, gets up stealth rocks. It can be an offensive variant with Z moves. It can be a choice scarf variant. Lots of different things Landers can do. Double dance can be really, really scary. And ultimately decided that it's one of the top tier picks in the draft league format. So I decided to go with it, and that I wanted to pair it with Mega Alakazam. Initially wanted to pair Kieran Black with Mega Alakazam, an amazing breaker with an amazing cleanup mon. But I didn't have the option to pick Kieran Black. So I picked up Landers Therian, like I just mentioned, and then on the wheel back around, I figured the guy that got Kieran Black maybe wanted Mega Alakazam, so I went ahead and grabbed it, so that I knew for sure that I would get it. Mega Alakazam is rising in popularity right now as well, so I'm really glad to have gotten it. I've always used Mega Alakazam and Infernape together. Not always, but when I can, I really do. Like to pair them together. It's a really fun combination to use, and I'm really comfortable using them together. Infernape also gives me another Stealth Rock user, and that's really nice for me as well. And I didn't mention it, but Landers gives me a form of defog. As you can see on screen, I have 5 defog users in Landers, Therian, Scizor, Rotom Wash, Oricorio, and Decidueye. So speaking of Scizor, one of my favorite Pokemon to use, and it's a really nice pair with things like Mega Alakazam and Landorus Therian. Got a nice Volt, or not really a Volt Turn core yet, but we do have lots of U-turn mons here. We got 3 U-turn mons up top, we got 1 down bottom, and then a Volt Switcher. So nice and powerful Volt Turn there. Can bring in the likes of Landers, Mega Alakazam, Infernape, Scizor, Slaking off of those U-turns and Volt Switches and things like that, and really dish out some powerful attacks. Decidueye is a phenomenal grass type and gives me a spin blocker as well. Obviously, I don't look to hazard stack, but I do look to get my rocks up and keep them up. That way, I can guarantee Okos and 2-hit KOs from Mega Alakazam. And, if I need rocks, or if I need rocks to be gone, I do have reliable defoggers, and quite a few of them at that. I had, I think, 3 points left after my first 7 mons, so I didn't really have much to work with my last mon, hence why you see a slacking on the screen. But at the same time, this thing's really, really powerful. I hate its ability, but it's a really powerful mon nonetheless. And Oricorio is a monster. This thing is a monster. You guys see more on that later on the channel or something like that. Rotom Wash doesn't need an explanation. Pairs well with Scizor and Infernape and Landorus Therian. It's one of the better checks to Landorus Therian too. So, the more checks I have to my own mons, the less everybody else has. Though there are multiple pools, so other people do have Rotom Wash, other people do have Landorus Therian and Mega Alakazam, so on and so forth. Like I mentioned, this is a huge tournament, well over 100, 200 players signed up or whatever. I'm not really sure on the numbers. I was just estimating based on the past and things like that. But yeah, it's gonna be our squad. We're definitely looking to have a better performance than last year. We didn't necessarily play bad. We just had a few over predictions and one matchup where we didn't prep enough for a certain set on a mon, and it ended up being that certain set, ran through us, unfortunately. But yeah, it's going to be it, like I mentioned. Again, we will be representing the ITL, and hopefully we can do well to not only represent the ITL, but to get maybe some more people watching my ITL content that I'm putting out on a weekly basis. 2 videos a week for the ITL, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think about the draft here. I know it's just 8 mons, but it's going to be really fun. March Madness is a fantastic concept. I love the idea. And if you guys like this idea as well, and you guys understand the concept and really want to participate in something like this, keep your eyes peeled for when summer rolls around. The Token Minorities do a similar tournament. It's probably even the same constructs and same organizations, organized stuff and things like that. It's called Summer Showdown, and you guys would definitely enjoy that if you enjoy March Madness. But yeah, that being said, that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.